So we have got 3 fights on the main card before the last 2 of the evening. And yeah, these people, you know what I mean, are 3 very interesting bouts. It all starts off in the middleweight division. We have Christian Leroy Duncan against Marco Tulio. Right, so down this fight, it is full of intrigue, you know. So CLD, Christian Leroy Duncan, he's 30, 6'2", 79-inch reach, overall record of 12-2. He is coming into this one on the back of 2 wins. Right, in the UFC, he's 5-2. He went 7-0 in Cage Warriors. I do believe he was also a champion in that organization. Yes, he won the belt against Dijati Milan, right, back in April 2022. And he defended it before making that transition to UFC. That was on the March 2023. He beat Dusko Tudovic. First round stoppage due to a knee injury. He lost his next fight against Arman Petrosian. He just didn't really do enough in that fight, you know? Bounced back against Dennis Talun. Second round stoppage. That was in November 2023. He then beat Claudio Ribeiro. Second round stoppage, ground and pound. That was March 2024. He then came up short against Gregory Rodriguez, the RoboCop. Right? That was July 2024. But he's won the last 2, right? He beat Andrei Polev. That was in March this year. Unanimous decision. And a first round stoppage of Eric, your boy, Anders. That was August 2025. So, you know, Duncan, he's knocked out people. There's been the odd submission before he got into the UFC. Rear naked choke, right? But, you know, key lock guillotine as well in the amateurs. But he's essentially a stand-up fighter. You know what I mean? Right, so, Mr. CLD, we have got Machutu, right? Marco Tulio. He is 31, 6 foot, 74.5-inch reach. Overall record of 14-1. Yo, Tulio is currently on a 10 fight. 10 fight buzz, people. 10 fight buzz. In the UFC, he's 2-0. Right, he came via the Contender Series, went 2-0 in LFA as well. So he did fight on the Contender twice, right? The first time was August 2023. Got a unanimous decision against Yusiri Balgori. That didn't win him a contract. You know, went back to the LFA, second round stoppage. And in August 2024, he was back, right? Back on the Contender. This time around, he got a second round stoppage over Mafio Duclos, right? Which got him the nod. So in January 2025, he made his UFC debut, stopping Ior Porteria in the first round, right? He then faced Tristan Gore in April 2025 stopped him in the second. So, yeah, he's got some nasty hands, old Tulio, right? A lot of stoppages. He's been stopped himself, though, you know. A bit like Duncan, occasional sub, right? He had a rear naked back in the day, but essentially it's all about the hands with Tulio. So, boy, yeah, it's an interesting one, right? Now, Duncan, we know the level of quality opponents in Cage Warriors, right? Now, with Tulio, there was a couple in the LFA, right? We know that's legit. Not sure about the other organizations he's fought in, right? And it's not to say, the opposition was rubbish, but it's just, there's some cards, there's some organizations where, it's just whoever you can find, right? So when you look at it, Duncan might have the better strength of schedule. He might not. All very much depends. I think with this, it's kind of a toss-up, people. It really is kind of a toss-up. I'm going to take Leroy Duncan because when he's on, he's very good. Right? Now, as I said, there's been the odd one where he hasn't thrown enough, done enough, but I'm hoping we are past that now. Right? He understands the requirement, as it were. So, yeah, let's take Duncan for the win. Now, next we have the lightweights, right? It's Chris Padilla against Ismail Bonfim. Yes, the other Bonfim brother. It's a good fight, right? There is issues though. There are issues, right? But firstly, Taco, Chris Padilla. He is 30, 5'9", 74-inch reach. Oval record of 16-6. He's currently on a 6-fight win streak. In the UFC, he's 3-0. Not bad, right? Not bad. Made his debut back in April 2024. He beat James Lonotop. First round stoppage via a rear naked choke, right? He then stepped in there September 2024. He beat Rongju. The doctor stopped the fight in the second, right? And then he got a split decision over Jai Herbert. That was March this year. Right now, other than that, outside the UFC, he'd picked up a couple of titles, right? I think there was for the UNF, right? He became their lightweight champion, and he also okay, so he defended the belt, right? They've kind of got him winning the belt twice, which, you can't really do unless you were stripped, right? But he picked it up in, May 2023. Third round rear naked, defended it in October 2023. Got that one by knockout, right? So, yeah, he's just been out there doing his thing. It's, he will be, right, none other than Ishmael Bonfim, the Bonfim brother. Okay, so Ishmael is 29, 5'8", 71-inch reach. He's got an overall record of 20-5. He's coming in off of a loss, right? Which puts him at 2-2 in the UFC. Went 2-0 in the LFA, and he won a contract on the Contender Series. That was in September 2022. He beat Naramin Absov, got a unanimous decision, September 2022. Made his debut in January 2023. It was a vicious flying knee stoppage over Terence McKinney. So then he went up against Benoit Saint-Denis. He got stopped in the first round, caught with a rear naked. He beat Vince Pichel, right? That was in May 2024. He did miss weight, which is very pertinent to this, right? So then after that fight, he lost to Naz, right? The Ray Longo fighter, Nazim Sadikov. That was February this year. It got stopped in the first round due to damage, right? The doctor stopped it due to cuts caused by Naz, right? And he's fighting Padilla this weekend. He did miss weight though, and he missed weight by quite a bit. I think by 5. It was 5 or 6 pounds. So not the best, right? Not the best. Now outside the UFC, oh my gosh, him and his brother were doing their thing. Right, doing their thing. Looked great over in the LFA. Just had 2 fights. I thought I'd seen him fight more in the LFA, but you know, he's doing his thing. I mean, the weight miss does kind of murky the waters on this one, right? Because I think without that, I'm clearly giving this fight to Bonfim, right? But the weight miss, and by so much, you're like, was there an injury, right, which prevented him from doing the work and cutting the weight? You know, did he not put a whole heap of effort into it, right? So what does that mean for the fight, right? Is he going to gas out? Right, there is a lot to consider. I still think, you take Ishmael, right? But it's just, you got to consider all of these other elements, right? So from, kind of lightweight, right? A lightweight plus, we go to the welterweights. In our featured bout of the evening, it's Muslim Salikov against Yoresh Medik, right? Which, hey, this is a decent fight, right? This is a decent fight. The Dr. Uros Medik, right? He's a good fighter, right? He's 32, 6'1", 71-inch reach. Overall record of 11-3. He's coming in off of a win, right? He's 5-3 in the UFC. Came via the Contender Series. You know, won that contract in August 2020. Beat Mikey Gonzalez, first round stoppage. Made his debut in March 2021, right? He stopped Alon Cruz, first round stoppage. He then got choked out by Jalen Turner, right? September 2021. Came back with a second round stoppage over Omar Morales in May 2022. and stopped Matthew Semmensberger, right, in July 2023. Stopped him in the third. That fight was back and forth, right? You thought that Medic had the advantage, and then Salisbury would catch him, and it was a crazy fight. Crazy fight. He got choked out by Mikdek Orbalo. It's November 2023. But returned with a stoppage of Tim Means in April 2024. Right? He lost to Puna Serenio, which was, it was kind of like maybe the second shot Puna throw knocked Medic out. That was January this year, right? But came back with another knockout. First round stoppage over Gilbert Urbino, right? That was August this year. So with Medic, it is do or die, right? It is do or die. And when he steps in against Muslim Salikov, all right, the king of Kung Fu, right? Salikov, he might be 41, 5'11", 70-inch reach, but there is life in the old dog still, people, right? He's got an overall record of 22-5, and he's coming in on a 3-fight win streak, right? In the UFC, he's 9-4. He beat Carlos Leal last time out, right? First round stoppage. Knocked him with a hook. Performance of the night, right? Got performance on the night in the fight before that, where he stopped Keenan Shong with a wheel kick in the first. And boy, what a kick, people. What a kick. It was ferocious. Ferocious, you know? Yeah, that's what he does, you know? He beat Santanigo Ponzinibbio. That was a split decision, right? It was a split decision, and that was in July 2024, right? The, fight before that, Rude Boy Randy Brown, caught him in the first. It was a beautiful shot too, people. Boy, right? But Salikov, he has, he's been in there, he's done his thing, he's looked good. And he's also, it's not always been the best. But when he's on, boy, he's very good, right? He's very good. So that's what makes this such an interesting fight, and why you go, yes, Salikov might be 41, right? He might be in the tail end of his career, but he's still got life in those old limbs. And I think people think I'm taking Salikov for the win here, right? I think that's the way I'm going, but it should be a fun fight to bring us into our last two, right? Bring us into that co-main event. So, yeah, let's take a look.